We're just finished with the wiper tray, and as you guys can see currently, the bottom section you use some white stone chip. So literally the whole bottom portion of the wiper tray looks like this, and the top section, like we obviously got some stone chip in this areas, that's why it looks a little bit rough. As you can see there, like I told him rather get stone chip in these areas because these are the areas that actually tend to rust a lot. And just to protect this area, just to obviously get some stone chip. And obviously we didn't really have much control over the entire process. I couldn't actually film the process due to the fumes, but I could definitely show you guys now the end result. But compared to how it looked like from the beginning and to use foam, I would rather let my wiper tray look like this. And no, it is secure, it doesn't leak in. It will keep you a few more years than have foam shot in by a wiper tray. And well, still wonder if it leaks in or not, because I remember driving this car, each time I drove, like there will be like some rust pieces of bacon on the floor, and obviously that's the last thing you would like well, whenever driving around with the car. So now we are sorted. Walmart just left. The paint has already set. I'm currently was that unnecessary? I'm currently just waiting for the rubberizer to set, because he did like a slight coat of paint over the rubberizing, so the rubberizing is taking some time to set. But I went over with the heat gun, it actually fasten up the process a lot. But what I'm currently busy doing is that I'm currently busy just put the facet on here, cleaning the whole interior. So this is all the dust that we actually cleaned out. Everything you guys see in the interior, I'm gonna make it look more presentable. So I'm very over a very clean interior car. So the goal for tonight is to see how far we get. I know really I haven't shown like a lot like being done on the car, and the main reason for that is because it's taking me some time to film this video and the video before this, because I know you guys not really enjoying the content that much. So I'm really trying to squeeze a lot into one video, I guess, just for the fact so I can get everything done as soon as possible, and then we can actually start doing some fun stuff. I'm listening to all of you guys out there, and we are gonna get to the fun stuff, trust me. We just really need to get a few stuff sorted first. So yeah, this is clearly not fun, so I'm gonna just film very minimal, and I'm gonna try to get more work done. Yesterday we just finished off with the spray painting process on the wiper tray, and the most common question I'm getting is why didn't we do welding. Number one reason for that is because simply fiberglass is a cheap route, and we still had a very great structure to work with, so that's why we went with a fiberglass route. It does keep it for a couple of years if it is done correctly, meaning you cut out the rust, you prepare the surface, you treat the metal, and you just sort out the entire, wiper tray. So I just thought I'd just shed some light on that, but let's continue with the build. So yesterday after everything was done, I actually ended up like vacuuming the entire interior of the car. As you can see there, I wiped off a few components. We do have a little bit of overspray right there, and on this door, and a few other areas. But what I will be starting off with today is I will be starting off with the roof lining. I'm not entirely sure if you guys can actually see that, but this camera is really bad at focusing. Really bad. Wow. Can't focus at all. Here we go. So you guys can clearly see roof lining is sagging, and the reason for this is because the previous owner explained that he went to the car wash once and they asked him to literally like wipe down the roof and they washed the roof. So it loosened the glue over the time, or over the years, and obviously this happened. So unfortunately I tried to source some, what you call it, the contact spray glue. Unfortunately couldn't source that, so I just bought the normal contact glue, and I will be using a paintbrush to wipe it on the roof lining and just paste it back on. So we will get started with that, and then once we're done with that we can move on to the dashboard and get everything back in. Hopefully the guy that's gonna fit my windscreen will be here later today. So once the windscreen is in, the dashboard is in, then it's literally like, well, getting everything finalized, cleaning up everything and getting the car back on the road. And that is our goal for today. But first off, I'm gonna start off with roof lining. We got the roof lining out of the car. Well, I was going to do it in the car, and then I noticed, okay, but getting it out isn't really that difficult. You just literally need to loosen up all the handles, while the visors in front, the mirror, the light in the center, and just like a few covers that will run along this line, or to keep the roof lining into place. And I literally slide it out. Well, having the front window out made it extremely easy for myself. If you do not have a window out the front or a rear window, it might be a little more difficult just to drop it and get it through one of your doors. But the route I will be following is, I'm going to try to remove the roof lining, not completely, but only till this edge where it still has some glue left, so that I don't lose like the layout of it, because I don't really want to misform the roof lining. I want to sit exactly the way it did. But what I will be using today, I will be using this contact glue right here. Well, apparently I went to like two hardware stores, and both of them were sold out of this specific contact glue in a spray can. So what I actually did was, I bought me this contact glue. I think, I'm not entirely sure how much. Oh, it's a 250ml. So in this 250ml, well, we can use this. It should be enough for the whole roof. But what we need to do first, we first need to vacuum everything to make sure like the glue can stick properly. And just be careful using this glue, because if you do apply too much of the glue on one section, the roof lining is very, very thin. So you will definitely see the glue like through the roof lining. If I were you, I would literally try and get myself a thicker material for the roof lining. Even if you would like to change the color of your roof lining, this is definitely the route you guys need to follow. This is obviously a cheaper route. Well, kind of like saving a few bucks with this one. But it makes it a little bit more difficult, so just apply the glue evenly onto the roof cardboard, and then you just apply the roof material to give you that roof lining effect in the car. And I was thinking of doing some LEDs, but nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna do a roof lining refurb. So I'm gonna get the vacuum real quick, vacuum it up, and then we can actually continue with applying the glue. And once everything is done and set, I can actually just wipe off the material, and then we are good to go. I got the whole roof lining complete. There were definitely some spots that I applied too much glue, and still came out quite amazing. But as soon as I got to the end, which is the front section of the roof lining, unfortunately I like ran out of a bitchy glue, you know, because idiotic of myself, I actually spilled some glue right there. So if I didn't spill that glue right there, I would have had enough glue for the whole roof lining. But still looking good. The roof lining is definitely still very dirty, because if I like rub my hand on it, you can literally check like how dirty roof lining is. So I'll definitely need to wipe it down, but I'm only going to wipe it down once it's actually in the car. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to ask Tegan to help me real quick. I'm just going to slide the roof lining in once again, and then once the roof lining is slid in or slided in, then I can move forward to getting the rest of the panels assembled once again. Oh, now eh? I give up on the dog. The last thing you guys actually seen was me literally fitting in the roof lining, which the roof lining is in the car, and well, that's not the only thing in the car at the current time. So I got the complete dashboard installed in the car as well, and well, I didn't really film that entire process because like I just wanted to get the car done, and now I have a massive headache. It literally took me like 3 hours I think getting the dashboard in, and the reason for that is just because like the cleaning process, like cleaning a car after spray painting process, it's something else. So I just did like a lot of cleaning and then obviously some assembling and cleaning and assembling. So I went back and forth the whole time, but we got the dashboard in the car and we got the radio in the car. So let me show you guys real quick. We got the complete dashboard installed. We got the Sony radio installed as well. So the Sony radio is working perfectly fine. I do have a trim plate inside which I'm going to install hopefully tomorrow. The floor's a bit dirty because well, I did mess a bit and I did vacuum the car yesterday, but well, we got the complete dashboard in. What I actually managed to do, so don't get me wrong on this, I'm just trying to be honest with all of you guys. I turned the mileage back on the cluster, and the reason why I turned the mileage back on the cluster is because that's actually the true mileage on this engine. So obviously you guys are all there to witness that the car had 380 on the clock, but unfortunately I just turned the mileage back to that specific point because that is the mileage of the engine, and I just want to like to keep track on the engine, then keep track on the body, if it makes sense. Like it's very well logical for myself, I think, or I just think about it that way, just to keep track of the engine rather than to keep track actually of the body. So that's my reason for turning back the mileage right there. But this engine is super like soft, and I really owe you guys a test drive. Hopefully I can take you guys out for a test drive tomorrow once everything is sorted on this car. But one thing I still need to install before we actually hit it is the rear mud flaps. Give this car a proper wash and give this car a proper polish as well, because that's one thing this car is long overdue for. One thing I'm also looking for is a factory filter box. If any of you guys can help me source that. Like I said, I would like to keep this car very OEM, although this is a 150i engine in a 160i body. While I would like to have the 160i e-induction on the car as well, just to keep the car well very smooth and very nice for daily use. Tomorrow we are going to be installing the sound system as well. We already got the radio in, the alarm sensor right here. I actually moved it. It's actually located just here above the rear or center mirror. So I got it installed right there. I'm perfectly happy with where it is now. This video is very over the place. Rafa! Oh, I thought you got in the car. But well, the car is coming together very nicely. Hopefully by either tomorrow or next week, because I'm working the rest of the week. But hopefully by tomorrow we'll have the door handle. I really hope so. Then we can actually assemble that and just kind of finish this car. So what we're gonna do hopefully in the next video is get the entire front end aligned. Hopefully the guy who is installing my windscreen comes and actually install the windscreen tomorrow. That's one thing I'm really hoping for. So I'm hoping for that, and then once he actually installs the windscreen, we can move forward to everything else, like the fenders, the lights, the fender liners. And one problem I actually had with this side's fiberglass right here, so I had a problem with the lining of the bonnet. The bonnet was a bit shy, so the only thing I did was I just heated up the fiberglass a little, just like drop it a little, and then I got that side of the bonnet sorted. So now everything is sorted and this car is well overdue for a nice wash. But if you guys are appreciating the content, I know this one is a little bit short. I hope I gave you guys some little scope on the roof lining. I didn't really do the best of best jobs, but I'm just trying to do a few different things out there for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, don't forget to smash that like button. Do comment down below if this is a keeper or a seller. I would really like to know your input on that, because the car is actually very nice for daily use. Like, I'm really excited to daily this car, like I really am. But yeah, do consider subscribing as well, because the other thing is returning soon, really soon. So once this car is done, the other thing will return, and that's why I'm busting my ass off on this car, because I really want to get the other thing back on the road. So do drop a subscription and do drop a like to support the YouTube channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. This is for the real OGs. Stop racing and go Stones.